Well, hey there, native plant enthusiasts. This is Santino, Education Coordinator for Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve, coming at you with another video. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest. In fact, that very special guest takes care of most of the education bits of this video. And that special guest, of course, is going to be our nursery manager, Donna Dahringer, who's going to talk to us a little bit about what happens behind the scenes here at the nursery. This is only part one of a four-part series, so be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the series coming throughout the year. And without further ado, I'm going to turn this video over to Donna. Thanks, Donna.
Hi all, I'm Donna Dahringer. I'm the nursery manager here at Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve, and here to start the series on what goes on behind the scenes at the nursery. So first, let me tell you a little bit about the nursery. We're on about a half an acre. We're surrounded by a deer fence. So this is a deer fence within the greater deer fence of the preserve. We produce about 30,000 plants a year on this small space. Some of our plants are grown from seed that we source from the preserve, some from cuttings that we source from the preserve, and some are potted up from plugs that we get from native plant producers that are local to our area. Most of the hard work potting up these plants is done by a very dedicated team of volunteers, and they work from about mid-April to about mid-October potting up the plugs. So as you can see, we have a lot of inventory here at this time of the year. Now that might seem counterintuitive since we're going into the winter, and some of this is for sale in the fall, but a lot of it we pot up now and allow to root out so we can overwinter it and provide a large variety of plants for our customers in the spring. Since plants in this area have evolved to weather all our conditions, there's not too much that we need to do to winter them over. We store most of our plants either in covered hoop houses like this, which don't require supplemental heat, or outside uncovered and just exposed to the elements. There are a few plants we winter over in the large greenhouse that does have supplemental heat, but we only have the heat on there at about 38 to 40 degrees. That said, we still need to do some things to make sure our plants thrive and do well over the winter. The most important thing is the timing of propagation. So we have to get them into their pots with enough time in the fall so that they're able to root out. A robust root system like this is critical for a plant to winter over successfully. One of the questions I get a lot at this time of the year is whether fall is a good time to plant, and it absolutely is. Your plants are done flowering, they're done producing leaves, so all the energy is going into their roots. When you plant something like this in the fall, I would recommend you leave this untrimmed until everything goes dormant. So everything should look like this and not like this. These leaves and the stem is still working, it's still pushing energy into the roots. So if you can stand a little bit of unsightliness, this is better for your plant. Don't trim back until it goes dormant. The other thing is, if you have a plant with seed heads on it, you might want to leave those on so that the birds have some food in the winter. If you have a dark, cool garage, a dark, cool basement, you can put the plants in there for the winter. Don't overwater it. Maybe once a month, go and check and see if it needs water. It won't take up a lot of water because it's dormant. You can put other plants around it closely. If you have to overwinter this plant outside, you can dig a hole and just drop this pot right into the soil, and that soil will insulate it. If you don't want to go through that trouble, you can take mulch or wood chips, a blanket, bubble wrap, put that plant right in there, pile up the mulch, and this will have the same effect as the soil insulating the plants. If you need more information on this, just please go to the Penn State Extension and look up their fact sheet on overwintering plants in containers.
All right, thank you, Donna, for that wonderful and insightful behind-the-scenes tour about what happens here at the nursery during the fall season. And thank you again for letting us know where we can find out more information about prepping our own plants for the winter. If you like this video and want more of it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Be sure to give it a like, a thumbs up down below, share it with some friends, and comment below what was the most interesting thing you learned about what happens here at the nursery behind the scenes. As I said at the start, this is only part 1 of a 4-part video series, so be sure to check out the channel in a month or two when we release the next in those video series, which will be all about winter time here at the preserve. All right, my friends, without further ado, I want to encourage each and every one of you to keep on experiencing what's natural and learn what's native. Take care.